Hey guys, welcome to the Newbie Real Estate Investors Podcast. My name is Joey Chan, and my co-host here is Jonathan Boyle.
Hello, everyone. We're here today at Leverage Companies, interviewing David Choi and Eric Panecki. They're a real estate investing, wholesaling, and finance company out here in the Essex County area. Hey, so Dave and Eric, where are we right now?
You're at the Leverage headquarters. Oh God, this is so funny. All right, keep it rolling. Keep it going. I'm very awkward, guys. I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right.
You're in North
all right.
Arlington, New Jersey, where Leverage Companies is based out of.
Started. We are moving to Newark soon.
Yep.
But right now this is home base for us. And this is it. This is the Batcave, we call it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you guys are growing then.
We're definitely growing. Started probably 9-10 months ago.
Yeah.
Me and David came together. And since then, it's I think 7 of us now, bringing on more people. 3 more probably this month. So it's been fast, rapid growth, but at the same time there's ups, there's downs. It's entrepreneurship, right? It's everything. So.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and we can't forget about our team in the Philippines. They're like what makes everything here possible. So, Joe and I got you. Add 5 over there.
Awesome. So, how did both of you guys get started in real estate? Obviously, separate stories.
Right. Well, Dave comes from private equity. You could definitely tell your story.
Yeah, this is a great story. Because when I was 19 years old, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I just kept Googling how to retire. I hated working. So I was how to retire, and I kept coming across biggerpockets.com. And lo and behold, I find the local investor, Joey Chan. This is like 5 years ago. I see Joey Chan. I go, hey man, I see you're a local investor. I'd love to pick your brain. And I'm in college at this time. Joey, kind enough to say, you know what, I'll meet up with this kid. We get together for lunch, have some coffee on like a Saturday. And it was probably like a year or two after till I saw him again. But I would see him at Nick Tang's events and events in the community. I'd be like, Joey, what's going on? And that's kind of how I got started. One internship after another. I studied real estate school, went into private equity developing, being a part of the acquisition team, developing self-storage, senior, any type of really commercial asset classes out there. And then about a year and a half ago, I decided, you know what, let's go all in, let's be an entrepreneur, and that's kind of where the story began, I guess.
Yeah, for me, it's a little bit of a different path. Kind of got into real estate by accident. Was always like entrepreneurial. In college I had like businesses where we'd clean up for parties, or I would sell my betting picks at Dr. Vegas on Twitter. We would sell our pick. Like, I've always been entrepreneurial. Right after college I started a business which was like retail related, lacrosse related, sports. We were selling products online. Bad business partner, blew up, got into real estate, just started applying for jobs. And I got a job at like a real estate hedge fund, lending money to investors who were buying and selling properties. And I was there for about a year and a half, and the whole time I'm like, I'm not here to stay. I want to be a business owner. I've been saying it since I was a kid. So I quit. I was in the middle of a flip at the time. Property in Montclair. Our holding costs were like astronomical. It was like $4,000 a month. I was scared. I was like pulling my hair out. I had like $15,000 in the bank. I was like, I can last like a couple more months, but I got to make some money at the time. In the meantime, my previous bars started calling me like, Eric, like, where do we get financing? What can we do? I'm like, oh, this is a stream of revenue that I could tap into. So I input a lead into this website. It's called CIX Leads, right? They're like a lead aggregator, if you've never heard of them. Basically, they sell your information. You fill out some information like on yourself as a borrower on a property, and then they sell that information to all different lenders, like basically across the state or the nation. And I figured that would be a really good way to find out everybody's loan programs, right? And then I could send deals to these lenders. I figured that was a smart thing. And I start getting calls all day, and I'm just taking applications. I'm like, oh, it's a cool program. It's a cool program. And I'm just going through, like, trying to compare terms and everything like that. And at the end of the day, I get a call from this guy. It was like 7 o'clock, like late. I'm like, wow, this guy's really working. And I pick up the call, and he goes, hey, Eric, I know you're getting a ton of calls today. I'm sure your phone's been blowing up. So I'm just going to tell you, I'm different from the rest of the guys. I would call myself a loan consultant. And I'm like, listen to this guy, and he's fucking selling me. Am I allowed to curse? I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter.
All right, he's selling me. I'm like getting sold. I don't even need a loan at the time. Like, I just need to find out about the loan program. Like, get to the point, dude. But he's selling me. I'm like, man, if I needed a loan, I'm calling this guy. And he goes, wait, Eric Panecki? I'm like, yeah. He's like, it's David Choi. I'm like, David Choi? I'm like, I know you, dude.
I was like, what are you doing? You're not a borrower. So why are you wasting my time?
So, long story short, that's kind of how we got started.
Yeah, I remember that time.
David was doing hard money loans too at the time. He working for like some other company that with terrible loan terms. I don't know how you were doing loans, but
Worse. I almost had you too with them.
Yeah.
They were pretty bad, but I sold. I got you.
but yeah, so that's kind of one thing led to another. We knew each other from like
It
Nick
wasn't that
Tang's
bad.
events and
Sure.
stuff. And so we like kind of got together. I was doing loans. He was doing more of the equity stuff, like wholesaling and stuff. And we're like, let's join forces and see where this takes us.
Yeah.
And we started out here. It was just me and him. And then I guess the rest is kind
Yeah.
of history. Yeah.
Yeah, we got started and we were like, you know what, we need more deals. And we started investing a lot of money into leads. Like, I remember the first 6 months of my entrepreneurship, I think I dished out like my entire life savings into unfruitful postcard marketing. And I was like at the cusp of being broke. And luckily, hopefully Matt Allen, Mahir Allen, if you guys know him,
Yes.
I wholesaled him a deal with Elijah. I made a fat fee on it, and that kind of. Whoa! Everyone
No, it's
knows
okay,
it,
it's okay.
but we made a nice fee, and that kind of shifted your gears. But it really comes down to marketing in this business, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now, like update on where we're at. I still do lending. It's me and my partner Mo on that side of things. We're looking to bring on a processor because we're stepping up volume. We're doing probably 5 to 6 million this month in loans, which is
wow.
yeah, it's good volume. We want to do way more, right?
Yeah.
Our loan programs I believe are really solid. Terms are aggressive, but most importantly, like I always tell people, we close. We always close.
Yeah.
We'll figure out a way to make the deal work. I'm an investor too, so I know how move things around. I've been in the industry for a while right
Yep.
now at this point. I've seen every type of deal from short sale wholesales to
Yep.
sale of membership interest LLCs. Like we can make it happen, and I like to think of us as like a Swiss Army knife. Whatever the deal is, we're gonna close, right?
Yep.
And it kind of coincides with the wholesaling. So we have wholesale deals, right? So not only can we do the financing for our investors, but we bring them deals, and they love that. It's like the best thing ever. You get the deals, you get the financing. It's a full package. Boom, right?
Yeah.
So and then
Beautiful thing.
yeah, it's beautiful. And then
Yeah.
also
we're working on one together. Right
yeah,
now.
we are.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
on
there
hold
you go.
because of
And then
the
you-
seller, but
Oh yeah, and you're holding that one. Actually.
yeah. So
Yeah, it's really cool because just one of our investors, we probably sold him. We're on our 4th deal with him in the past like 6 months. He gave me like 5 listings already. I'm doing his entire portfolio refinance. It's like a $1.8 million refinance. So it's we are, from the debt side, from the listings to the wholesales. It's like this guy's, we're both
Taking care.
making each other a lot of money, and we're good friends now, and that's the kind of relationship we have with all of our investors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Put that in there. Slide that in there. Investors hit me up.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Portfolio refi 4.75%.
all right,
75%. I'm just kidding. Okay, I'll stop.
I'm interested.
That's a good one, right?
It's a really good product.
4.75 at 75% LTV.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, but you have to group together. Was it 5 properties?
You need to group together at least 7 to get that
7?
kind of rate. Yeah.
I thought it was
Oh,
5.
okay.
So yeah, I think it's 5 minimum to get below the 5% interest rate. there's some there is a lockout prepayment penalty period of time, but it's very short.
Okay.
But if you're planning on buying and holding
Fixed
for a long
rate 30
time,
year.
fixed rate 30-year amort, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good one.
So just for the whole audience, can you explain everything you just said? Because some of these people
Wow,
probably
we just
know.
talked about a lot.
No. As far as like the fixed rate,
Oh,
30-year,
Yeah.
4.75%,
Sure.
LTV, 75%, all that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not the loan guy, but I could
Or
break it down pretty easily.
Either way.
Yeah, it's I mean, different terms in there. LTV, right? So LTV is loan to value, right? So if your property's worth $100,000 and you're cashing out at 75% LTV, loan to value, you're getting $75,000, 75%.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
What else did we talk about?
30-year amortization
Right.
is the period of time in which you're gonna pay back the entire loan. So if you never do anything with the loan or never prepay it or never sell the property, if you're in a 30-year amortization program, it's saying that within 30 years you're gonna pay off the entire principal loan balance, right? 4.75%. It's really good because these are no tax returns. These are stated income loans, and it's usually sitting around 6.25, 6.5. But for our investors, because we have such good outlets, we're able to bring that to 4.75, which is you guys can test. It's really freaking good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Like I'm working on one right now, 3-family in Bloomfield,
Mhm.
Getting 5.5.
Yeah, and that's pretty
30
good.
year.
Too.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
that's pretty good too.
So,
yeah.
But 4.75.
Come
It's
on.
crazy.
That matters.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
And
What did it do for his cash flow? It was like so ridiculous.
we got him over $200,000 cash out, right? So that's tax-free income coming into your pocket, right? Debt, if you take out debt, you don't pay taxes on it. So we got him over. He was able to pull out $200,000 in equity, so that's liquid cash in his pocket, and he's also shaving off almost $1,600 in monthly income. So we just basically got him a whole new property and a lot of cash to buy a lot more. So he better be buying. You know who you are. You better be buying a lot more real estate from me.
nice.
That's a beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Yeah, I put you on the hot seat. I thought you had a
Put on the hot
question ready.
seat.
No, we went through a lot already.
Yeah.
So do you guys do any fix and flips now yourselves, or strictly wholesale, and why?
You go. You can answer that thing.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't doing fix and flips. Just, I guess one of the main issues is not even an issue. It's where the market's at. We trying to stay away from like single families, anything like that. We were really trying to get the transactional business up and running, which was a lot, right? We had to build a team.
Yeah.
We had to build systems. We have Salesforce, right, and lead generation and a call center and all these things. And we didn't feel like we were at a point where we were ready to really buy it, because as you guys know, it's time consuming.
It's not easy.
It's really time consuming. Right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
if you don't have a good team, it's borderline impossible. So we did partner up with one of our good investors. He does $1 million flips in Livingston at levels, and so we feel like I've been doing his loans for probably a year and a half now. Built a really good relationship. Trust him with my life. So we just bought one in Patterson. He's our partner on that. Basically, Dave brings in the deal, I handle the financing, and now he runs construction.
Right.
And now we're in a position where we can start popping these off.
Right.
But we didn't feel like we had the right team in place prior to.
Yeah, at the beginning.
Yeah, and we just wanted to build a machine. We wanted to build a transactional machine.
Yeah.
And for us, I think we're at a stage where we're like, every deal that comes in is like, is this it? Is this a good one? Like, should we buy this?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is, without getting into the nitty gritty, it's a little tricky because you have acquisition guys going out getting the deals, right? And they all have to get paid.
Right.
And when it's a transaction, it's easy. Okay, you get a percentage of the wholesale.
Mhm.
Now, when we buy it, it's like, okay, what's a fair price, right?
You have
got-
to pay them now.
yeah, like
Instead of-
it was a really good. Let's say a guy brings in a great deal, and we want to buy it, but like, okay, what could we have sold that for an investor, right? Because he's
Right.
gonna be like, well, listen, man, like this is a phenomenal deal. I know you guys are gonna buy it, but I still gotta get paid, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like a little bit of a tricky thing that we kind of have to.
It's a delicate little
Have to
walk,
address.
you know.
Right,
but
right.
you at the end of the day, you wanna get your margins on your deal. You want to be cash flowing at a certain debt coverage, right? But you also want to get paid, right? So
Of course.
it's good. I mean, at the end of the day, we try to create a win-win. So if anyone's trying to get into the wholesale, I'm selling this entire podcast. I can't help
You
it.
can tell he's a born salesman.
I can't help
Always
it.
a salesman.
Yeah.
I'll tell Dave how many times do I tell you, dude, stop selling me. I got it. Like I'm on the same page. Stop selling me. I'm with you. So can't turn it off. It's okay.
It's a problem. It's a problem. But yeah, that's the kind of right. So right now, we haven't done flips, right? And it's probably not the best time. I mean, if we believe that if you're doing a flip, especially in the markets that we're in, which are Class C, you know, not
Urban.
the urban centers like
Mhm.
Essex County, Passaic County. We're talking about the highest price volatilities in any marketplace, right?
Mhm.
So come a downturn, we want to know that hey, we're covered at least with a 2-fam. We're cash flowing. It doesn't matter.
Right.
We're covered. You buy a single fam in a C-class market,
Yeah.
you get smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
it
it
happened
goes
to me.
on, people get smoked, and right now everyone's on a buying frenzy. Everybody's watching HTTV, but when you hit a BK and you're in, at the, it's scary, you know. So we're trying to learn from the mistakes of others, and because of that, we try to make sure, you know, if we're buying something, it's a safe
Yeah.
vehicle.
You always
you know?
have. What's that?
So
No,
what are your guys' plans in terms of real estate in the next 5 years? Like where
Where
do
do
you
you
plan
see?
to go?
Where do you see you guys?
Mhm.
Yeah, where do you see you guys?
I mean, I can talk from the lending side. I'll let you talk, I guess, about that.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah.
So we are in the process of getting our own warehouse line of credit, which I don't know if you guys are familiar. But basically, most lenders, right, use a line of credit,
Yeah.
and they lend on that, and then they sell the loans off to the secondary market, or they hold on to them, depending,
Yes.
which would give us a lot more flexibility as far as lending goes. And that's always been one of my biggest, I think, value adds is flexibility.
Yeah.
Because every deal is different, right?
Yeah, of
Mhm.
course.
Every borrower is different. Every scenario is different. You know, we just bought one that was mixed use commercial, and everything changes. Right now, you're in mixed use world. We had a week to close, and I was and I was sitting in the chair out there, like in a fetal position, and like I don't know how I'm gonna figure this out. And everybody's like, "Oh, Eric's got it. He's gonna figure it out."
I didn't even sweat once. I was like,
Yeah.
he's
I'm like,
I'm
Dave,
not worried. I'm not worried.
I was like, Dave, I don't have an answer for this. He's like, yeah,
Yeah, you're fine. You're good. You got this.
So anyway, we figured it out, but you had to, you have to be flexible. You have to work with different people. And like we didn't actually have to do a commercial. The biggest thing was commercial appraisals.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're familiar, at least 2 weeks
Yeah.
to get it back.
Yeah.
And usually, like they wanted $3,000 for a rush. So
Right.
it's crazy. I found an outlet that was able to do it for us, with just a regular comp appraisal, which on a mixed use. So
Yeah.
it
Nice.
saved ourselves like $2,500
Yeah.
just on the
Yeah.
appraisal,
Shit.
and I
Yeah.
got it back in 2 days. So that was like a massive hurdle, and I like to be able to provide that same service for my borrowers, right? And I think that's going to give us a lot more flexibility as we ramp up and do more volume, bring on more loan officers, expand outside of New Jersey. That's the goal on the lending side. On the equity side, Dave, you could definitely speak to that.
Yeah, I mean, we're really trying to build. The reason why we don't do that many fix and flips and buy and holds for the past year that we've been, since we started the business was because we want to focus on one thing, right? And it was the ability to create a massive pipeline of deal flow, right? Every month we want to be able to look at 10, 15 deals that are home runs that we could purchase at any time. But if we started doing fix and flip and spreading ourselves thin, we wouldn't be able to create that deal making machine. So at this point, we got lead gen down. It's never ever finished. It's like a living, breathing. There's compliance that you gotta think about. But our lead gen is pretty rock solid. Our acquisition process is pretty solid. We're able to pick up deals pretty consistently.
Yeah.
That's the right word. And as far as transactionally, we a great team that's supporting our deal, our actual transactions.
Right.
So the stage is really within the next year, I guess, is to take over Essex County. We want to be the biggest, baddest wholesaler listing agents in Essex County within the year, and then within 5, hopefully be like across New Jersey and maybe another state at that point. The ideal scenario is that within 5 years we're gonna have a private equity fund, and we're just gonna be crushing a massive amount of deals. That's really what that's we're gonna raise cap. We're gonna be buying a lot of real estate. That's the point. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. You know, if you want to start wholesaling, what kind of advice can you give someone, you know, since you're doing pretty good volume, you know? Yeah.
I mean, I'll give two pieces of advice.
Sure, go ahead.
One is just like a mentality is don't expect to get rich overnight. You know, there is no get rich quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me and David, I don't think I was bringing in some loan volume, but on like the wholesaling side of things, I don't think for 4 months we made $1.
Oof.
So for 4 months we were gritting it out.
Yep.
Right?
The bank account was looking.
So don't give up. You know, don't give up. Just keep pushing. Learn from people better than you. You know, get a mentor. Everybody says that, but you know the information's out there. Join a mastermind. Don't pay for $1 million course. I think that's ridiculous. I could think of one guy in particular. Definitely. No, I'm not gonna. But no, from a mentality perspective, you just gotta keep pushing, keep going. And then from like a practical perspective, I think marketing is everything. Focus a lot of time on get your marketing right. Whatever that means for you, whether that be call center, mailers, you know, knocking on doors, whatever form of marketing, going to share sales, it doesn't matter. But just focus on it. You know, focus on that in the beginning because it's gonna pay massive dividends in the long run.
Yeah, I mean I couldn't have said that better myself, but to piggyback off the marketing, it's a numbers game, and you have to track your numbers. One mistake that I made when I started sending out postcards, I literally, me and my ex partner, we would literally like cut postcards on a thing to try to save dollars. You know, it would cost us 32 cents a postcard, and I was like, wow, that's really cheap. My return on it was like 0.001%. It was low, but we were getting deals. Ended up costing a lot more money. If I'm doing it now, what I'm doing is I'm gonna get in contact with somebody who's got great postcards, who has a proven business model, getting deals and leads off of postcards, and saying, brother, what do I gotta do to get that postcard? You know, so that's what I would have done. I have that postcard now. It works for him. It works for me. It's just just dive in, but find that mentor. Find that person who already has a proven track record business model and see if he's willing to help you out. Because you could waste a lot of money and a lot of time if you want to be like some kind of trailblazer.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like a shortcut.
Yeah.
You know?
It really is.
There's shortcuts in I guess in all business, right?
Yeah.
You can you know, some people read books, right? Like reading books is a shortcut. Listening to podcasts like this would be a shortcut, I think. But learning from someone that's already doing it, if you can figure out a way to provide some value to their life, that's huge. And it'll elevate your game and it'll save you so much time and pulling your hair out and stress.
Oh yeah. No, another thing that you guys just made me think about that some people that are just getting started don't realize is constructive criticism. Like someone brings me a deal, and it's pretty much at asking or at market price. Then, right. I hate when I tell them everything that's wrong with their answer, but then sometimes they give like a snooty remark back.
Right.
Like, no, I'm literally just trying to help.
Right.
For the future, so that way you can actually do something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a funny quick example. Today I had someone send me a deal. It's a house up in Bergen County, and he told me, hey, the ARV is $425, sale price is $290, needs 10 to 20K repairs. I'm like, oh, yeah, very interested. You know, number sounds okay. And then I open the photos. I'm like, we can do it. Like, what? I'm like, hey, dude, this house needs like 80 to 100K in repairs.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, "Oh man,
10K.
my 10 to 20K." So I thought it was in like
Pristine
Oh,
condition.
great
Jeez.
condition, you know,
Right.
like ready to go, like come,
just paint.
yeah, just come in, paint, change the carpet, literally, like
New
no
gra-
kitchen,
there's
no
already
bathroom,
countertops. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you know, like change a faucet. That's small stuff, you
Right.
know,
right.
like put a couple of nice new fixtures. That's it, ready to go.
Right.
I look at it like you gotta gut the living room, the dining room, the
Oh
bedroom,
my god.
a new bathroom, new kitchen.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
come on, dude. Like,
Oh,
he's like,
jeez.
oh, the contractor told me it was like 10 to 20K, and I had 2 of them. I was like, those guys are clowns.
Nobody
Wow.
told him that.
Nobody told him that.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
I know.
Don't try to play me,
No.
son.
Yeah. So, after that, what are your? You guys read a lot. What are your like favorite books or audiobooks? Also,
Podcasts.
Yeah, podcasts you guys listen to that you guys can recommend.
Sure. I do a lot of reading. Favorite book all time, Shoe Dog. I don't know if you guys read it. The story of
That's with
Nike.
yeah. Okay, I was gonna say.
Right. Phil Knight. That one, like, when I was first getting into like entrepreneurship, for whatever reason, just really just like sparked something in me. Because if you read the book, really like Phil Knight is a normal guy, right? He's a normal guy that just worked really hard and made it. And even to this day, he talks about like stuff like his insecurities. He met like Warren Buffett, and he's like, how am I on the same even like playing field as this guy? And I thought that was really cool for me. So I like reading about, you know, real people, real stories, and how they got there. And then on podcasts, as far as podcasts go, I listen to a few different ones. Nothing, I guess, really substantial stands out. Andy Frisella's podcast, I don't know if you guys know, but it's like real business. I don't really listen to too many like real estate related podcasts anymore. I used to listen to all the bigger pockets ones. But I don't know.
Yeah, Andy Frisella, for those of you guys who don't know, it's just like this crazy, like, let's go, a success guy. He just gets people going. But it's good if, you know, it's something good to listen to in the morning or at night to keep the wheel spinning. You know, like, I want to take it to the next level. I don't want to be an average Joe. You know, I don't want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. You know, so that helps you kind of put yourself in the right mind to want to be the best that you can be. Personally, you look at my Audibles, the only books I'll ever read are real estate and sales books. I think they're just fun. They're exciting to me. If I could recommend, I was thinking about this before the podcast, for a new wholesaler that wants to get into the industry, one book that I would recommend is How to Make Big Money in Small Apartments. Right? There's marketing tips in there. He emphasizes marketing heavily. And there's sales pitches in there, scripts that you could say, things that you could do. And he gives you real actionable steps to get towards that next level. It's not the Bible of wholesaling. I think the Bible of starting this business is just go after and do it relentlessly, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Go door knocking, you know. Spent 6 months door knocking, you know. My first 6 months I went door knocking every single day, right? So I would say that book is really good. And listen to Bigger Pockets podcast. You know, there's guys out there that'll give you tips that not a lot of people will give you in this industry. So
Yeah.
like they'll
Like
tell
you
you,
guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They'll give you every type of lead, distressed possible lead person out there. Yeah. So Bigger Pockets podcast and that book is pretty good content.
One thing I would say
Yeah.
is there's a lot of good content, but I mean, you guys know experience is everything.
Everything,
Right?
yeah.
Experience is everything. I remember
Failure.
going to a networking event one time, and I met a guy, seemed like pretty smart guy, well put together. He goes, I got to read 20 books before I buy my first deal.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Oh,
dude,
God.
20 books? I was like, buy one deal, you'll learn way more than you learn in all 20 of those books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I get you want to do your research, but you got to jump in at some point. The analysis paralysis, I think a lot of people, and you guys can attest, you go to a ton of
that
networking
happened
events.
to me.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
my
really?
first, that happened to me for my first like year. Like year and a half, I just studied real estate.
Really?
And then eventually I was like, fuck it. Okay, wrote offers. Then I
There
got
you
them
go.
accepted. I'm like, okay, crap. What do I do?
What do
now?
I do now?
And then look for the funding,
Yeah.
and just figured it all out.
Right. And they
So-
don't teach you that in the books, right?
No.
It wasn't like
No.
yeah, as well prepared as you could be. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't think any book teaches you that.
No, you're
Right.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
Funny. So I remember when I was working in corporate, I was working like 70, 80 hours a week in corporate, and then at night I would go home at like. It'll be like 11 o'clock. I'm like, I'm going to submit offers on MLS right now. Putting all these offers in. And then I would get one locked up, and I'd be like, oh, shoot. What do I do? So I would call Joey in the bathroom. I'm like, Joey, I just locked up this deal, man. I think it's a good deal. What do you think? And he would, and you know what? It's important to have a good network of people
Yeah.
that will support you, right? Like I mean, it's so important to be like, because if I got that deal locked up and I had no one to call, and finally Joey ripped the deal apart. By the way, he was like, "This deal is trash, man. You got the highway right behind your backyard, ARVs." Like I'm like, "All right, take it easy." So like, and you start learning the game, but
Yeah.
until you start putting in offers, you're not doing anything. You know, you start with submitting a contract. Learning how to use DocuSign and just blasting offers, you know? Who cares? Your offer doesn't get accepted, at least you learn how to put an offer in, you know? You lose a deal, at least you learn what attorney review looks like, right?
Yeah.
You know how to do a walkthrough with a contractor. You learned a little bit about building out the scope of work. You just ran comps for the first time, right? So just get out there and just, if you ain't putting in offers, you ain't doing shit. That's it. That's the bottom line.
I love it.
So, so we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
let's. So for the audience, can you tell us where we can find you guys
Yeah.
On social media.
On social media, you can Google me. Google Leverage Companies. We're going to be there. You can reach out to me anytime. I love helping people. I mean, some people don't like. I'll spend an hour and a half just talking to you about how to get you to the next level. It's fun for me. You can reach me at 201. I mean, you can put it on the link, I guess. 973-7029. Call me anytime you want.
yeah, on social media, I'm Real Estate Rick. Even though my name's Eric, it's a little more catchy. And then, so you can find me there. You know, all my contact information is online too.
Yeah.
Go to our website.
Yep.
Any of that. You know, you can reach out through our office. You'll get connected with one of us eventually.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Can I just drop one little thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
So we are hiring. We are hiring right now. So for those who want to learn how to get deals locked up, how to analyze deals, how to wholesale deals, learn the financing, learn the transact, every part of this business that you want to learn, we're looking to hire 3 people in the next month. So get your applications in. We're hiring fast. All right.
That's awesome.
And we appreciate you guys for having
Yeah,
us. This is
you know,
awesome.
Thank
no,
you.
we
We really
really
appreciate
no,
you
it was
guys.
a lot of fun, man.
Thank
It was
you.
a lot of fun.
You're the
Thank
best.
you.
This is awesome. This is cool.
Yeah.
Future
All right.
success. This is going to
Yeah.
be big. I
Same
hope.
to you guys.
Awesome.
Thanks.
So take care, everyone.